Alright, so the very first step is to download the Claude desktop version. So for that you can go to Google and type download Claude desktop. So you have to go this first link. When you open this link, it will redirect to claude.com/download and click on download for Windows. So if you are using other than Windows like Mac, so you have to download this. At this point I am using Windows operating system, Windows 11. So I have to click download for Windows. So once the setup is download, you need to install it. And once you install, you also need the account for Claude as well, because you need to sign in your desktop version as well. Okay, so if you have not created your Claude account, you need to create this, and you have to go to claude.ai and you need to fill the form. Either you can connect your Gmail account, and once you log in, it will look like this. Okay, so today is Friday and 21st of August. I'm recording this video, and currently I'm using the free plan. Okay, so this is my Cloud account, and I have installed and downloaded the desktop version. Okay, now how the desktop version looks like, this is the desktop version. Okay, and you have to definitely sign in order to use it. Okay, so you can see I have connected my Gmail account. Okay, with the Claude to sign in the desktop version. So I hope you will be able to download the setup and create account at claude.ai, and then you need to log in your desktop version like this. So once you are at this step, then we move further to have connect with the Power BI MCP server. For that we also require VS Code, Visual Studio Code as well. Alright, now the next step is we need to open VS Code. This is Visual Studio Code. So if you have not installed it as well, so you can go to Google again and type Visual Studio Code and download and install it. Okay. Alright, so I have already installed the extension, and if you have not, so go to this extension icon, and we are required this particular extension, that is Power BI Modeling MCP server. Okay, and we are also required to definitely enable the settings as well. For that we'll click here, toggle chat, and when this chat window is open on the very right side, you will find this button that is configure tools. Okay, so you click on configure tools and you need to make sure that Power BI modeling MCP should be enabled or checked. Okay, at this point of time there is no check, so I need to check that and click OK. Alright, so our purpose of this particular video tutorial is to connect Claude with Power BI desktop, and we'll create entire dashboard from opening the Power BI application to importing the data, and we just give the simple prompts to the Claude, and the Claude will act and create for us all the explicits, measure, do the data modeling part, and the visualizations dashboard part as well. Okay, so once you are done till here, now the next thing is we need to do certain settings as well. We need to here in the Claude, this is the desktop version of Claude version, so we have to go to this menu, file and settings, and you will find here developer. So we need to edit the config. For that we need to follow certain steps. Okay, so let's learn and apply, and after that we'll give the prompt to Claude to act on Power BI. Alright, so now we need to locate a file where the code is there. We need to copy that. So we need to find the location on our laptop or PC where this Power BI MCP server is being installed. So this is my particular laptop path. You follow the similar steps. The name of the user definitely will be changed. Okay. So I have gone to my C drive. Then I will go inside the users folder, and my user at this point name is J underscore I traders. Your will be definitely different. So double click, and then we go to .vs code folder. Then double click on extensions. All right, now we have this folder, analysis services, Power BI modeling MCP. Okay, this folder. So go inside this folder, then another folder name as server, double click, and here we have that file, Power BI modeling MCP. So once you double click on this file, so VS Code will open. Okay, if you have not installed the Visual Studio Code, it will open in a notepad file. Okay, but my recommendation is that you should install the Visual Studio Code first. Now once this open, you need to select this particular code and copy. Okay, so select this and press Ctrl C. So once the code is copied, let's go to the Claude desktop, and here in the developer you will find this button, edit config. Click on that, and you will find here the file name, which is Claude desktop config. Okay, so open, and this will open in VS Code like this. So whatever the entire code is, just select the entire code, Control A, and delete this. And you copied the code from that window, remember, so you have to paste here. Okay, now you have to save this as well. Okay, so just save it, press Ctrl S, and now let's go to again close this window and close this window as well, and now open the task manager and just end task the Claude. So you will find here, see the Claude is here still open, so right click end task until all the Claudes are not there. Okay, so once it is done, let's open that again, Claude desktop. So it will take few seconds to open. Now we will check again by going to that. Okay, so when I open the Claude, and from this menu, file, click on settings, let's go to developer after applying the code, that if it's working or not. Okay, so when I click on developer, you can see still no impact has been created here. This means that this method is not working, but no problem. You try this first method. If it works for you, that's good, but if does not, so I have tried and found the code from the other source, and I'm mentioning that particular code in the video description, so you can copy from there. And how to modify, let me give you the directions. So here it is, Claude desktop configuration manual method, which we are doing, and this is just for one time. Once we are done with it, we don't need to do it again and again. Now this is the code. Okay, so you will select this code, right click, copy. Okay, and then you have to go here and click on edit config. Then you need to open again the same file, Claude desktop config, that open in VS Studio. See, so select this entire code, delete this, press Ctrl V to paste. Now you need to just modify this particular portion in the coding. You need to define and mention the path to the Power BI modeling-mcp.exe file, which will be definitely different in my laptop and different in your side. Now how to get that path is very simple. So you know that we have opened this, we go to the C drive, users, then VS Code folder, extensions, then analysis services, Power BI modeling MCP folder, then server, and we reach to this file, Power BI modeling MCP, right? So open this, and you need to copy your path like this particular portion. So press Ctrl C to copy. We'll go back to the VS Studio and we'll paste here. Ctrl V. Okay, so we have copied and pasted that code, and now we'll press Ctrl S to save. Once this is saved, let's close this, and also we need to open the task manager, and from there we need to close the Claude as well. Okay, so let's do that. Task manager. Okay, task manager, you can press Control Alt Delete key to get the task manager window, and you can see the Claude is still there. Just right click on end task, and make sure that any other Claude is not being going process in the background as well. You need to check here as well. So there is nothing now, and let's close this. Okay, now let's go to start menu, open the Claude, and now again we will check that if that extension has been made or not. This is the Claude desktop. Let's go to the menu, click on file, settings. That will open window, and here you click again developer, and now you can see that the connection has been created, right? So this was the motive to definitely manually configure with the local MCP server. So we have configured it successfully. Okay, so I hope you will successful till here. Now the next part is we will be using Claude to provide the prompts, and the entire dashboard will be created. Okay, all right, so now I have opened Power BI desktop application. This is the blank report. I have saved this file as sales performance Rahim Zulfiqar Ali on the desktop. You can save it any other location you want to. So the first step is I have opened this blank Power BI desktop file and saved that already to a particular location. Now I will start with Claude and give prompt, and let's see how it works. So the first is I'm saying to the Claude is connect to the Power BI file which is currently open. The name of the file is sales performance Rahim Zulfiqar Ali. So let's click and send message and wait for a few seconds. Now it's asked for the permission. Claude wants to use connection operations from Power BI MCP server. So always allow. Now let's wait for a few more seconds. So it says found it, and now it's connecting. Okay, so again allowing. So whenever it asks about the permission, you have to allow. Okay, and there could be possible chances because I'm using the free version, so I have limitations of giving the prompt. In longer run, if you like this, so you can buy the subscription model as well. All right, so it says connected successfully, okay, to this particular file. The semantic model is loaded through. It's currently showing unprocessed, means tables have not loaded data yet. Let me know what would you like to do next. For example, explore the model structure, tables, columns, measure relationships, run a DAX query against the data. So first we need to import the data in Power BI desktop file, but we will not do it manually, I mean just with this prompt. Okay, so I have this folder in the D drive. Okay, so I've created this folder in D drive, name as sales performance Rahim Zulfiqar Ali, where I have 4 Excel files and 1 notepad file, and I will say to the Claude that to import into my this Power BI desktop file. Okay, so let's give a prompt. All right, so now I have written the folder path. Okay, in your case the path of your database files folder will be definitely different, and I said that import all the files that are there in the folder, link is share above. Let's give a prompt and let's see what it does, how it import the data and how much time it takes. All right, so what kind of files are there in folder? So we need to see that mostly Excel files, and combine all files in the folder, one table, folder query, or separate table. So we want separate table because we have dimension and fact tables. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Alright, so now it says found 4 Excel files: customers and orders, products, regions, superstore, calendar. Okay. Alright, so far so good. I got the customers, orders, products, regions, and calendar tables as well. Alright, so after waiting for around 2 to 3 minutes, the process has been completed for importing the data from this particular folder. As you can see, there were 4 Excel files and 1 Notepad file, and I have given that command to import that, and this is being successfully imported, right? So we can see here, table view, we have that calendar, customers, orders table, products and regions, right? Okay, now we need the returns as well. That is the Notepad file. So I guess these 4 Excel files data has been imported, 1 returns file is remaining. So let's go to the Claude. So let me ask, I have one Notepad file which consists of returns data. Kindly import that as well. So let's see what it returns, and let's wait 4 seconds. Okay, it says found it, returns.txt. Okay, and let's speak as its raw structure first, delimiter headers before importing. So it will start the process. We have to again wait for either a few seconds or 1 or 2 minutes. Process finish. Let's move further then. Okay. All right. So far so good. Now it says that the returns table is imported successfully. 572 rows. So now we have altogether 6 tables, and we can see on a Power BI desktop application as well. Amazing. Now it says that this ties naturally to orders via order ID. Want me to set up relationships across all the tables now? So now the next part is definitely once we have imported the data that is completed, right? All the data is from this folder is now there. So next part is the data modeling. So we will not do again manually. We'll just provide a prompt and it will create a schema for us. So if I go to the model view, and I can see there is no current any kind of relationship is being there between the tables, and I will not do it definitely manually. I will use the Claude to do it for me, right? So let's give a prompt to the Claude. Turn here, identify all the relationships that need to be created between the fact and dimension tables, and let me know the relationships before you proceed and create them. So I'm requesting the Claude is that identify first, and I will check. Okay, and once it is being correct, then try to create, because in this example it will not be a star schema, it will be a snowflake schema, but I want this AI to, if it detects or not, I want to check that as well. Okay, so let's give a prompt and let's see what it does for us. So again, it will take a few seconds or 1 or 2 minutes. We have to wait. Okay, so it says good idea. Here's the relationship map I would propose based on the columns in each table. Let me confirm cardinality on a couple of first key fields first. Okay, before finalizing. Okay, so fact table, it has confirmed that the orders is basically the fact table, and dimension tables are customers, products, region, calendar and returns. All right, so it shows me the relationship between order and customer, customer ID, orders and products. Okay, orders and calendar, actively, primary key relationship. Orders and returns is basically order ID, but I guess we don't have this. Okay, so and customers with the regions. Okay, so this is basically, now see, it has identified, because I already knew that this will not be a star schema, that this will be a snowflake, because there are 2 dimension tables, customers and regions, and it has been identified correctly, snowflake dimension. So this basically creates a trust on these AI LLM models, that still I know about my tables and all the fact things, and what kind of schema will be there, but it has also identified the correct one. So now I can give the permission to this model. Okay, now I will say yes, go ahead and create relationships. So as you can see, there is no relationship at this point of time, right? And let me give this prompt, and let's wait few more seconds. Let's click on allow once. So now it says working. All 6 relationships were successfully created successfully. Let's verify them. Okay, let's see. All right, so you can see the relationships has been created. Okay, so this is between customers. This is the fact table. Let's keep the fact table at the beginning and the remaining dimension tables at the other place. Okay, so there should not be two relationships. They have identified order date and ship date, so we don't need this. Let's just delete this. And other products with the product ID, I guess. Let me just cross check. Yes, products is the dimension table, orders is the fact table, SKU ID is basically the common column between them, one to many. Then order date, yes, this is right, this is right, this is also great, customer ID and problem. So amazing, this is absolutely right. And let's proceed further. Okay, now it says that let's take stock. You are now have a working star snowflake schema. See, I knew it basically, but it says that snowflake schema you have. Want to go me further to add some common measures like total sales, total profit, return rate, YOY growth. So now once the model is being set, but in the calendar table I don't have uh, just have the 4 columns. I want some more columns to it. So I would like to say to the Claude that delete the existing calendar table and create a new one for me, which uh, have also a fiscal calendar from July to June as well, and then try to create a relationship again. Okay, let's do that now. Alright, so now I'm saying that delete the existing calendar table. I don't want this existing calendar table. Create a calendar dimension table that includes all the relevant fields that I would need in the date table. So also add the fiscal year, fiscal month number, and fiscal quarter columns. Remember that my fiscal year starts from July and ends June. So create the calendar table accordingly. So let's give a prompt here and let's wait for a few more seconds and see how it creates for us. Alright, so the existing calendar table has been deleted, as you can see here, and now the new calendar table will be created, but it reads my fact table that the range spans starts from January 2009 till December 2012. What we have here is these columns have been there. Let's check now. It says working on it, so it's running on the background. And let's click on refresh and let's go to table view, calendar. Wow, awesome. So the calendar table is being there, right? So we have normal calendar as well as we have the fiscal one there as well, fiscal quarter one. Now it says FQ1. We can again revise the prompt and correct that, no worries. Fiscal quarter number, fiscal month number, right? Then fiscal year label. So we have that available, right? All the necessary columns are there. Even you can again modify something. You found that you want some weak columns as well, so you can again revise your prompt and it will revise it for you. But so far so good. Our calendar table is being there. Okay, all right, and let's check the relationship as well. I hope that is there. That should be there, but with just one date. That will be the or order date, not with the ship date. So let's remove this, uh, and let's check date versus order date. All right, so we are done with this. Now the next prompt is basically it says and suggests us want me to add any DEX time intelligence measures using this fiscal calendar, like fiscal YTD sales, fiscal quarter on quarter growth. All right, but I will give a different prompt. So now I say that I want you to now create all the core explicit measures and time intelligence measures and create that in a separate measures table. Have them organized very clearly. Okay, let's give that command, and we have to wait again for a few seconds. So see, so far so good. We are using the AI LLM model Claude desktop, okay, and it doing whatever we are trying to tell it. And remember, I am using the free version for now, but if you have the paid version and if you are using the latest model, this time I'm using. All right, so now it's created a summary, created a dedicated measures table, empty host table, standard best practice with 30 measures organized into a clear display folder. So I mean, it take around 1 or 2 minutes hardly, and it created 30 measures. Okay, so sales and revenue, total sales, total quantity sold, average selling price, total discount amount. I mean, imagine if you have given these tasks and to apply the DAX and store as an explicit measures, how much time you would spend manually for 30 measures, and this AI has done in just around within 2 minutes. And it also created time intelligence calendar year, time intelligence fiscal year from July to June as well. So I can see here in my report we have folders like sales and revenue, right, profitability, orders and customers. Let's drag them here just to check total sales, which is 15 million, and because I remember these business numbers, so I just want to have two decimal places. 14.74 million, that is absolutely right. And if I can see that it has used the iterative functions again in the DAX SumX rather than creating the calculated columns, so using the best practices, that's awesome. Total quantity, total discount, right, average selling price, wow, superb. Profitability, orders, about returns, total returns, I guess it's 1.6 million of returns, I remember the number, but let me check here. And I generally create by using the uh, calculate DAX. Okay, so it shows me 2 million here. I think it's, if I open one decimal here, call out value to 1, yes, 1.6 million. Awesome, awesome. Let's see what it, yes, calculate DAX and go to the returns table and filter the return. So this is exactly the same which I used to teach my students in the live classes and offline classes, even in physical classes over last 2 3 years back. But now you can see the power of AI that it doing all those things, I mean, very quickly, right? But just you need to take care of your numbers to cross check the logics, right? But it is doing amazing job, right? All right, awesome, awesome. All right, let's proceed further. Now what we do is, now we have done with the all the explicit measures, 30 awesome DAX explicit measures using DAX has been there now. Now I will even not spend my time in building the layout of the dashboard. I mean, that also done by Claude. So let's give a prompt to this as well. And now one more important thing is that you have used 90% of your session limit. Now again, I'm mentioning that I'm using the free basically version of this particular Claude desktop. So once the limit is being done 100%, it will ask me to buy the license. Okay, so I hope you understand till here. All right, so now as you can see, the canvas is report canvas is entirely blank, and we'll create this uh, dashboard with the help of a prompt. So I have given a prompt, create an executive summary which I will be presenting to my executive leadership team or you can write any other prompt you would like to add important KPIs and 6 to 8 visuals. Okay, you can specify those visuals as well, but if you want to that AI should think by itself and then you try to approve, that's another point. I mean, that depends what you exactly want. If you want something exactly according to the goal of the dashboard, you define here. Otherwise you can give a generic prompt to the AI. Okay, so although the 90% of the session limit is being completed, let me try if it works, and that could be the last part of our video. So let me give a prompt here. Let's wait for a few more seconds. Alright, so it says me to buy the plan. The Pro is basically $17 USD per month, or you can go with 200 built annually, and that will give you the more usage with the Claude Code and Claude Cowork and Claude Design. Claude Cowork is basically agent AI. Claude Code is basically what we are using to prepare the dashboard. So I think the limitation is there, and it says that upgrade to keep chatting. You hit your 5 hour message limit, it will reset at 5 p.m., 5:10 p.m., or you can upgrade for higher limits. Okay, so still what I will do is I will wait for next 5 hours, and after 5 hours I will definitely complete this last step to be a part of this video to have the dashboard. Okay, and then we'll conclude. Thank you. Alright, so the time limit has been removed by the Claude, and let's give a prompt here again and let's see if it completes for us. So finally, this is the dashboard which is made by the Claude, and I iterate 2 to 3 times my prompt because simple prompt was not working fine. So I have give a detailed prompt that what exactly I want on the page 1 of desktop application. So this is the dashboard which is being not created manually by the user but Claude, right? So you have to be much proficient in regards to the prompt. Okay, and once you give the right prompt with the right vocabulary and wordings and logics, the Claude will do exactly what you want on Power BI. So starting from importing the data, then data modeling, and then having 30 explicit measures within 2 minutes, and then lastly to have the visualizations and important KPIs on the report canvas, all has been done by Claude. Okay, but one thing I suggest you that the free version will definitely stuck after 4 to 5 prompts. It will ask you to get the paid license, but if you have the paid one, I mean, you can create more awesome, because at this point of time, still in this video, I have just iterate 2 to 3 times different basic prompts. If I spend more time, I can create more advanced level dashboards as well with the help of this AI. So I hope you like this video. Do try it out with at your end, and do let me know in the video comment below. Thank you so much.